Hey everyone, this is Aifa Akram from Pretty Fix by Heart. So this is my second video for my YouTube channel. So I'm introducing something new. So it's called Coffee and Contour with a little bit of confidence. So today I have a new guest who is really famous when it comes to journalism. So let's introduce Sri Lanka with Shaf, Shafia Nausar. So our guest is already here, Shafia Nausar. Can you please tell about yourself?
Hi guys, I'm Shafia Nausar, fondly known on Instagram as Sri Lanka with Shaf. I'm a journalist by profession. I work for Ceylon Today and I'm also a blogger. I produce content. I love to eat, travel, and most importantly, I love to write. I've been in the media for a few years now, and I've been exploring a lot of things, more into fashion and health and TikTok and makeup, everything, a bit of everything.
Cool.
So my Instagram also talks about all these topics, like I post what I do and where I go and what I eat, and I also focus on lifestyle.
So before we move on to next questions, let's put a little bit of makeup on you and do the other segment.
Okay, I'm looking forward to see what you transform me into.
Wait for it.
I do like makeup, I write about makeup, but I usually don't have this time or patience to sit and do my makeup.
Who's your favorite makeup artist?
I have a lot of favorites. I can't pick one, but particularly it's my best friend Zannat. She loves makeup. She's not a professional makeup artist, but she does my makeup most of the time, and she does such an amazing job.
Seriously. So
Yes.
what's your favorite makeup brand? Like the personal makeup brand?
I hope the brands that I work with don't come at me now.
Seriously. Do you
But-
work with makeup brands?
Yeah, I do.
What other brands?
I work with Ramani. I work with British Rose. I work with Viana Cosmetics. I work with most of the Sri Lankan brands.
What do you think about local cosmetic industry?
I think it's amazing because they are focusing on making makeup products that suit the Sri Lankan skin tone, and now Spa Ceylon has stepped into makeup, and Shalin is doing an amazing job. He has introduced a lot of products, and British Rose is doing an amazing job. Viana, all of these people are doing an amazing job. I think they're making makeup that suits Sri Lankan skin tone, whereas foreign brands are good. They're really good. They have more investment and research and development going into their products, but still it's not always suitable for Sri Lankan skin tones because we are mostly tan, most of us are.
Yeah. But don't you think Sri Lankans are obsessed with fair skin?
Yeah, they are. It's a stigma basically. I think we've created something that people believe that if you're fairer, you're superior, or like you're more beautiful basically.
Exactly.
I think people are embracing dark skin now, but it's still the beginning of it. I feel like we have a
Yeah.
long way to go.
But normally Sri Lankan families, parents, relatives,
Yeah.
all of them stereotype beautiful as fair.
Yes.
Beautiful as slim.
Yes.
What do you think of
Yes.
that? Have you ever been pressured?
Oh my god, all my life, because I've always been a plus size. I've been fat and chubby, and like I'm a Muslim, and I come from a Muslim background, and most of my cousins are fair, and like it's just that although they don't like speak openly about it, I do know that they like
Passing hints
tell,
always?
yeah, they tell like, oh, you should use a fairness cream, oh, you should use a whitening, or like you should go
They
for a
always
clean
want you
up,
to
or
be
you should
fair
go
and
to
lovely.
do a bleach. Like, dude, like, do you understand the skin problems that will be caused when you do all that? Like, I get it, like there is good brands and like there is the right way to do it, but some people might be going a little overboard about it.
What do you think about the beauty standards in Sri Lanka and European countries?
I think beauty standards is a broad topic. Like a lot of celebrities are embracing it now, and like it's very nice that people are getting into like plus size modeling and like
Yeah, but
bigger
even
brands
though
like-
celebrities are embracing it, there are a lot of celebrities who go for plastic surgery.
yeah.
So what do you think about that? Is that an act for the society?
Well, it's also personal preference. I really don't know what they are going through and like why their reasons for doing it is. But I think it's not right to portray a plastic image of yourself completely
it beautiful?
Yeah, completely photoshopped. It's just that all of them are setting a standard where being skinny and fair and flawless is beautiful, and like younger girls are watching it, and obviously everyone wants to look like someone they are looking up to.
So we're going to ask 13 questions from Sri Lanka with Chef Shafia Nauzai. The first question is, what is beauty to you? What is your definition of beauty?
Beauty to me is imperfection. I think being imperfect is beautiful. Beauty is something that describes a meaningful thing, what is inside, within you. Like, everyone's beautiful to me, so beauty is beyond and imperfect.
So why did you choose to become a journalist?
I don't think I chose to become a journalist. I think journalists chose me. It's like
Has writing ever been a passion to you, like from school days?
I was good at writing. I think I'm good at writing. I was always passionate about English literature, and I used to love writing essays. My English teacher knows this. I always wrote these massive essays and articles, and I really liked it. I actually studied software engineering, which is completely irrelevant to journalism.
So you finished the whole
No, I
software?
haven't graduated yet. I'm still an undergraduate. But journalism is something that came to me. I got an opportunity to write for a magazine, and then after a while I got an opportunity to write at Ceylon Today, and it's been 3 years and here I am.
3 years.
Yes.
seriously. So have you ever faced rejection in life? Like, has someone rejected you because of specific reasons?
Okay,
It's
that's
not only about relationship, it's all about career, family rejection, friends rejection, everything.
Well, it's a broad topic. Rejection, interesting. That's an interesting question. Yes, there has been some rejections. Life is not a bed of roses. It's good and bad. But in terms of like my career, I think I joined Ceylon Today when I was just after uni. I was studying and I joined Ceylon Today. In terms of career, I've only been at one place and I'm still at Ceylon Today. So.
So what about family and friends?
Family and friends. I talk to everyone. I'm close with everyone. Basically, I don't think I have grudges with anyone. At least I hope so. I'm really
A sweetheart.
Thank you. I usually don't keep anything in my heart. I just talk openly. I talk to anyone and everyone. So
Yeah.
I've always been in touch with everyone, and I'm still close, and I always will be.
So, you know, the society always gives us a beauty standard.
Yes, they
So
do.
they always pressure us to be beautiful in what their definition is. So have you ever tried a beauty trend that you didn't want to try, like tweezing facial or something?
Yeah, I think this is something very close to my heart. I don't really talk about this, but like in terms of beauty trend, I think most girls these days are very slim and like fair and all, which I'm not. I'm chubby and I'm fat, and I'm not that fair, but everyone has been like, oh, you should like try to use all these face masks
Yeah.
and face scrub and all that. Like you should use a beauty cream or something, and like just to make yourself more fair.
So they always keep on passing hints saying you should get more fair, you should get more slim, right?
I should do that. I should do this.
So what is your
But-
take on that? Have
Well-
you ever said no to their case?
Yes, I have said no, but sometimes people don't understand boundaries, what they can
Yeah,
tell you and what they
exactly,
cannot.
true. So there are a lot of women out there with ambition. So what is your advice for them, like for women who are with ambition?
I think it's important to be passionate about your ambition. Passion is very important. Everyone can do anything. Like anyone can like take up something and start doing it. But if you're not passionate about it, if you don't love what you do and enjoy what you do, you're not going to go far. That is something that I've personally learned. It is very important to be passionate about something, not do for the sake of it or just because everyone else is doing. Like get into something that you really love, admire, and you're very passionate about, that you want and see yourself doing.
So what do you think is the biggest issue faced by women today?
I think women have become insecure. I'm also insecure. I'm insecure about myself, about if I'm doing a good job. I think all of us have got into this stigma that we question ourselves. We think we are not enough. We want to do better. We want to do more. And I think more than I think that's one of the biggest issues that women are facing these days. it's always about comparing yourself with another person, another female, and like comparing your life with them. That's just be who you are, and it's okay if people tell you, like, people are always going to talk bad or point out your mistakes, and I think it is very important to be happy with who you are and what you do. Love yourself. Self-love is what you need, girls. So get it's I just want to make sure that like it's okay to be insecure. I think everyone's obsessed with becoming fair and like looking white. Like there is nothing wrong with being tan or owning to your own skin color and embracing it. It's okay to like maintain your skin and take care of your skin and try to look after, and like skincare is crucial. It is very important to everyone. But it's also people should understand the difference between skincare and like trying to change your skin color to something absurd, and that's something that people should be very careful about, like not to be obsessed with something that you're going to look like a totally different person, that you're not going to be even recognizable.
So don't you think that the society is also pressuring women to be fair?
Yeah, I think that's because everyone, like most of the industries like in Hollywood and Bollywood and even Hollywood, even Tamil movies or Hindi movies, everyone just portrays actresses as fair people. Like just now I think the era has been changing where black-skinned women and darker women are taking up major roles and major actresses and like taking up the main characters. If not, they always got supporting actresses or a supporting role.
So another thing is, whenever they portray a good character, they portray it in fair skin. When it's a bad character, they portray it in dark skin. Even in those drawings from old ages, they always portray the bad person as a dark skin. So what do you think about that?
I think it's a topic that we can talk on for days. It's something that has been in culture and in the society, like it has been always something instilled into human beings. I think human beings are imperfect, all of us are imperfect, and this is a cultural thing that and standard that has been made normal.
So don't you think media is changing our perception of what beauty is every day? Like whenever you see an advertisement, even if you listen to the radio or even newspapers, there's always a pretty girl standing out there saying all the other girls to be like her.
Yes.
So what do you think about that?
Yes, standard has been set by the people who created these things as advertisements and the industry, the people, the heads of the industry, and there is some things that media can do and media can't. I don't think media is directly involved with everything. It's also about like cinema and like people in the advertising industry and like everyone. It's not just something that one person does.
Yeah, so don't you think media can filter out the good things out of the bad things? Like if you see there are some fairness cream advertisement that says only if you are fair you get a job, only if you are fair you get married, only if you are fair she has a smile on her face.
Yes.
So what do you think about that?
That is, I think, something that they're doing extremely wrong. I can't speak for the whole media industry. I'm a journalist and whatever, I write against it. Like I don't write supporting it. I'm totally against all of those. But it's something that brands feel comfortable doing and they think it is right and they think it is the right way to promote something. And it's wrong because everyone is being affected by it and people are watching it and people are thinking that it's okay, but it's not.
It's not. So have you seen beautiful girls becoming famous just because they were on the screen for like 2 seconds in a cricket match? Have you seen? They get like 100 millions of followers in just one night because they are beautiful.
Yes, I have seen cases where people, like some people post half-naked pictures of themselves or like people expose themselves and like post something inappropriate and like get millions of followers overnight. Like this has been something that's going on, but you have to understand that people are going to stick with you and remember you only if you do something. Like you post a few pictures and like in another 10 years no one is not going to remember you for posting that picture. If you want to be remembered and be someone in the society, you need to work hard and you need to do something for the society. You need to do something meaningful, something that means something to you. Like you can go viral overnight, but if you want to, become someone that someone is going to remember in another few years, you need to make an impact
to the society.
Yes, to the society.
Positive impact.
Positive impact to the society.
So the society is always pressurizing us to be perfect. So what does society will tell us if we are able to look like that perfect woman?
I think society showcases a lot of women. Why don't you, if you're taking someone as a role model, why don't you look at people who have done a lot to society? Like people who are, doing something, people who are making a difference. If you're looking for someone as a role model, look for someone who's meaningful, who's out there putting out a positive image. Like, I look up to Oprah because she's doing something great. And like, if you're looking for someone to look up to and, idolize them, if you look at people who are making an impact and who are being authentic and who are being themselves and who are real and who are doing a good job, who are doing social service and who are doing something for the society, idolize them and look up to them and try to be like them. Everyone can become famous, but if you're looking up to someone, I think you have to look up to people that are meaningful to you and who are being meaningful to the society.
So we are done with the interview. What do you think about our interview with Pretty Fix?
First and foremost, thank you for having me. Thank you for choosing me. It was a pleasure. It was very interesting because I'm the one usually asking other people intimidating questions and doing the interview. So this was different to be in the spotlight, and when you asked me all these questions, when I was like, oh my God, what am I going to speak? I hope I was okay. I hope I said the right things and it all turned out well. And I have to thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you for coming.
The pleasure is mine. And guys, don't forget to subscribe, follow her and share the video.